Hey River family, it is so great to be with you this morning talking about legacy. If you remember, Pastor Oz and Jane talked about the legacy in the past. They talked specifically about the legacy of our church. Our family has been around for 30 years. Even if you just joined this year, you're part of a legacy. You're part of something bigger. And it started before the church even started.
Yep.
And
That's right.
I had the opportunity to talk about legacy present. And what that means is that every day, everything we're doing, we have an opportunity to invest in something bigger than ourselves. And what does that look like? Why is that important? And the reality is God has called us all to something.
Yeah.
And here at the River, we feel called to family, doing family well, setting up family, right? And that means that you have the opportunity to either buy into that or not. And if you're bought into it, it means that things you're doing look different.
Yes.
Because if I'm part of a legacy of building family, then I'm not just showing up and sitting in a chair and leaving.
Yes, exactly. I think that changes your mindset when you come to church because we really do call it a church service. And so people think that it's being served, right? That I just come to be served.
Give me.
Right? And that's understandable. That's how we have trained people to receive.
Right.
We just come to receive. But here, our heart is that we're building intentional family units, and that means that we all get to play a part in doing it. And everything that we do is for that goal.
Yeah.
So that we don't just feel like part of a family, but everyone that walks through the door feels welcome. They feel like, wow, I'm actually part of a Thanksgiving meal, know? And I'm so happy to be here. They actually want me here. So we have this attitude and this heart for every visitor and every member that feels like, wow, I actually have a purpose. I'm needed here.
And that's what doing legacy in the present looks like. It looks like, hey, we should start a whatever ministry. Let's start a new ministry. Well, let's ask, does that line up with the vision? Does that line up with what we're investing in? Or does it just sound good?
Yes.
Because Saturday night, that sounds great. But it's like, is that investing in family? Is that creating opportunities for community? Is that going to help invest in our people? And it's like, well, maybe not. Maybe we do family fun nights instead. Maybe we do our meals on Wednesdays before, right? Like everything the church has done, especially recently, like we're being very intentional that as we do new things, as we add things to the schedule, it's not just things that look good on a church calendar.
Right.
We're being intentional about investing in what our legacy, what our vision is.
It's funny, we really spent some time talking about family camp before we had family camp.
Yep.
And we were going to do all different kinds of retreats.
So it started as a couples retreat.
Yes.
And then it was going to be just young adults or just all the adults.
And so when we discussed it, it comes back to the vision, which is about family. So even though you may be coming to family camp and you don't have children, you are still part of the big picture of family. So I can intentionally build relationships with the children in the church because they all need uncles, they all need aunts and grandmas, they need more than one parent. I know my kids did. And so it's really helpful, right?
Yes.
That we look at it like, wow, it's not just those are their children.
Right.
We're all part of this. Right, exactly.
So glad I don't have to.
Yes, it needs to be, wow, I get to invest in the next generation because I'm building legacy.
And that's what the opportunity you have in your personal life to do is if God has given you a vision, if you haven't received it, you get to talk to God about it.
That's
because He does have a vision for you, a calling on your life, something that you've been equipped to do that no one else can.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, often you hear that or you figure it out and then it's like, but it's not happening.
Right.
I'm not in charge. I don't run a school. I haven't written a book. Whatever it is, it's like it doesn't feel like it's happening. But it's not up to you to just make it happen because often those of us that are performers or, we're going to get it done. And it's like that, you'll hit a wall. That doesn't go well. But instead, it's your goal to, okay, everything I do,
it's good.
Where I go to pump my gas, who I eat my meals with, what I cook for myself, whether or not I work out, right? Like, how is what I'm doing investing in that?
Wow.
Because that's what's bigger than me. And legacy is about investing in something bigger than you. And so at the church, you have this opportunity. You get to step into the church's vision and you can invest in something bigger than you. So that when you're just making a friend, eating some great food on Sunday morning, you're actually part of our vision and our legacy.
That's good.
Awesome.
That's good.
And then how can I do that in my own life? What is my legacy? What am I, not just what am I leaving behind, but what am I joining? Because it's come before me for thousands of years, this story that God is writing. How do I join into something much bigger than myself?
It's true financially. It's true with my spare time. It's true with any gifting that I have. When I know what my vision is, everything is being funneled
Right.
towards that. And it brings those from behind forward, and it looks into the future for those that are coming. And it's really actually a beautiful way to live, that you're just not a victim of your circumstances.
Right.
We are powerful people, and regardless of what's happening in our lives, we actually get to make choices.
Yes. And the reality is we have the opportunity to focus and be intentional
Yes.
that our choices are investing in something bigger than us. And I'm not just reacting to the world around me,
Yes.
but instead I am actively pursuing something. And so we invite all of you to talk to God about your vision. Even if you already know the vision, the giftings
Yeah.
you have, what He's called you to, talk to Him about it and ask Him, how can I invest in that today? How can I invest in that at work? How can I invest in that while I'm in my car?
Amen.
Because there's always an opportunity to be involved in legacy.
Amen. God bless you guys.